Have you ever had that moment where you reached down to pick something up and thought, why does this feel harder than it used to? Or maybe you stepped out of bed one morning and your back whispered, careful, we're not 20 anymore. Or maybe you were carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even just turning your neck to check behind you, and something felt stiff, tight, or just not right. If any of that sounds familiar, stick with me, because today's video might be the most important one you watch this year. Especially if you're over 50. Because here's the truth, everything changes after 50. Your muscles, your balance, your joints, your posture, your recovery, your strength. But that does not mean you have to slow down. That does not mean you have to accept stiffness or weakness as normal aging. And it definitely does not mean you can't stay strong, pain-free, and active. In fact, if you choose the right exercises, the right 3 simple movements, you can actually get stronger, feel lighter, move better, and reduce pain faster than you think. These aren't random exercises. These are the exact ones backed by research and used by physiotherapists and trainers who work with adults over 50 every single day. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You don't need to already be fit. You just need your body, a few minutes, and the willingness to start. So if you're over 50 or even close to it, pay attention. Because these 3 exercises are the foundation for staying strong, staying mobile, and staying pain-free as the years go by. And once you understand why they work, you'll never skip them again. I promise you that. Alright, let's begin. Before I break down the exercises themselves, let me tell you something that most people don't realize. After age 50, you start losing muscle at a faster rate. Not because you're weak. Not because you're doing anything wrong. But because your body naturally changes. Every decade after 50, the average person loses about 10% of their muscle mass if they don't actively keep it. And guess what? That's one of the biggest reasons people start feeling slow, heavy, tired, or achy. When you lose muscle, your joints take more stress. Your posture changes. Your balance becomes less stable. Movements that used to be automatic suddenly feel effortful. But here's the good news. You can rebuild muscle at any age. People in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s grow new muscle tissue when they train the right way. The body never stops responding. And that's why these 3 exercises matter so much. They target the exact areas where adults over 50 lose the most strength. The hips, the core, and the upper back. If those 3 areas stay strong, everything else stays easier. Walking, climbing stairs, lifting things, standing up, sitting down, bending, reaching, turning, and even sleeping comfortably. So let's start with exercise number 1, something I call the foundation builder. It looks simple, but don't let that fool you. It's one of the most powerful moves for people over 50 because it strengthens the hips and thighs, the muscles that protect your knees, support your lower back, and keep your balance steady. This exercise is the sit to stand. No equipment, just a chair. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's too easy. But here's the thing. This movement is the basis of everyday life. Every time you get up from a chair, a bed, a sofa, a car, you're doing this. And the stronger and smoother it becomes, the stronger your legs and hips become. And when your hips get stronger, your knees start to feel better. Your back starts to feel less stressed. And your balance improves because your hips are your natural stabilizers. Here's how to do it right. Sit tall on the edge of a chair, feet flat, knees slightly apart. Lean forward just a bit so your weight shifts onto your feet. Press through your heels and stand up smoothly. Then slowly lower yourself back down with control. Not dropping. Not plopping. Controlled. That lowering phase is where you build strength. And I want you to imagine something every time you do this. You're not doing an exercise. You're training independence. Every rep you do makes you more capable, more stable, and more confident. People over 50 who consistently strengthen their hips and thighs don't just move better, they fall less, walk faster, and stay active longer. And here's a fun fact. Studies show that improving this single movement can reduce the risk of falls by up to 40%. It's that powerful. And the best part? Even if you've got knee pain, this exercise can actually help because it strengthens the muscles that support the knee joint. Now let's move on to exercise number 2, the pain protector. This one is all about your core, not the six-pack core but the real core. The deep muscles that support your spine, keep your posture tall, and protect your back. You see, many people over 50 think they have a bad back. But often, the real issue is weak core support. When the core weakens, the back muscles have to work overtime. They tighten up, they get strained, and eventually, pain shows up. But the moment you strengthen those deep muscles, everything changes. Your back gets relief. Your posture improves. Your movements become smoother. And your risk of injury drops dramatically. And no, we're not doing sit-ups. Sit-ups are outdated. They tighten the hip flexors and stress the spine. Instead, we're doing something far more effective, the standing anti-rotation hold. This is an exercise that teaches your core to stay stable while your body resists turning. That's exactly what protects your spine in real life. When you bend, twist, reach, lift, or catch yourself during a slip. You can use a resistance band, but you don't have to. You can do a no-equipment version by simply clasping your hands together. Stand tall, feet shoulder-width apart. Extend your arms straight out in front of your chest. Then gently rotate your torso a few centimeters to the right. Just a tiny movement, and return to center. Then do the same to the left. Small movement. Big impact. You're training your core to stay strong against rotation, which is one of the key ways to protect your back. And what people love about this exercise is how quickly it reduces stiffness. Most people feel lighter and more supported within days. Your spine loves stability. And when your core provides it, everything feels better. You're walking, you're lifting, you're bending, and even you're breathing. Now let's talk about exercise number 3, the one most people skip even though it's the real secret to staying pain-free as you age. This is the posture rebuilder. And trust me, if you're over 50, you need this. Because we live in a world of screens, phones, and sitting. Over time, your shoulders round forward, your chest tightens, your upper back weakens, and your neck starts doing all the work. That leads to neck pain, shoulder pain, tightness between the shoulder blades, and even headaches. But when you strengthen the upper back, the rhomboids, the mid-traps, the rear shoulders, you pull everything back into alignment. You breathe better. You move better. You stand taller. And you feel more confident. And the simplest exercise for this is the wall pull-apart. Stand with your back against a wall, elbows tucked in by your sides, palms facing forward. Without shrugging your shoulders, gently pull your elbows backward toward the wall, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hold for a second. Release. Do it again. That's it. But it works. It retrains the muscles that get weak as we age. And when you start strengthening the upper back, it feels like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, literally. Your chest opens up. Your shoulders relax. Your neck stops overworking. And suddenly your posture becomes natural and effortless, not forced. This single exercise creates a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Better posture equals better movement. Better movement equals less pain. Less pain equals more freedom to live life without hesitation. Now let me tie everything together for you, because once you understand how these 3 exercises connect, you'll see why they're so powerful. The sit-to-stand strengthens your foundation, your hips and legs, which you use every single day. The anti-rotation core exercise strengthens your middle, your stability, so your back stays protected. And the wall pull-apart strengthens your upper body, your posture, so your neck and shoulders stay pain-free. Legs. Posture. These are the 3 pillars of aging strong. And when those 3 are strong, everything else becomes easier. You move with confidence. You move with control. You move without hesitation. That's the real goal, not to look like a bodybuilder, not to show off, but to live well. To stay independent. To stay active. To keep doing the things you love without pain holding you back. Let's talk about something that most fitness videos don't mention. Consistency. You don't need to spend hours. You don't need complicated routines. You don't need equipment. You just need a few minutes a day. Even 5 minutes is enough to feel a difference. And here's something powerful. People over 50 actually respond faster to strength training than younger adults because your body is extremely efficient at adapting when it's been underused for a while. That means quick progress. That means quick relief. That means changes you can actually feel. You might notice your knees hurting less when you climb stairs. You might feel your back staying relaxed instead of tightening. You might feel more stable when walking on uneven ground. You might stand taller without even thinking about it. These exercises give you back control of your body. And once you feel that, everything changes. Your confidence, your energy, even your mood. Strength gives freedom. And it's never too late to start. Now I want to paint a picture for you. Imagine yourself 3 months from now. You wake up in the morning and instead of stiffness, your body feels ready. You stand up from your bed easily, with no hesitation. You go down the stairs with confidence. You pick up groceries without shifting your weight nervously. You take a walk and feel your hips gliding smoothly instead of tightening. You reach overhead without your shoulder complaining. You bend down without your back warning you. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when you strengthen the right muscles. That is what happens when you train with intention instead of guessing. That is what happens when you simply give your body what it needs. Strength after 50 isn't about age. It's about strategy. And these 3 exercises are your starting point. Thousands of people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s use these same movements, and they keep their independence, their mobility, their balance, and their quality of life. And you can too. But here's something important. It's not just about the exercises. It's about the message they send to your body. When you strengthen your legs, your body learns, I am capable. When you strengthen your core, your body learns, I am supported. When you strengthen your upper back, your body learns, I am aligned. And when your body believes those things, your mind follows. You start walking with more certainty. You start moving with more ease. You start trusting yourself more. And that, right there, is the difference between aging and thriving. You get to choose which one you want. Let me also address a fear many people have but don't say out loud, the fear of falling. It's something adults over 50 start thinking about quietly. But when your hips are strong, your core is stable, and your posture is upright, your fall risk drops dramatically. You regain that natural sense of control over your body. And that fear begins to fade. As we wrap this up, I want you to remember something. Strength isn't about youth. Strength is about intention. You don't lose strength because you age. You lose strength because you stop using the muscles that keep you strong. But the moment you start using them again, they wake up. They rebuild. They respond. Your body is on your side. It wants to move. It wants to stay strong. It wants to keep you capable. You just have to give it the signal. And these 3 exercises are the signal. So here's your challenge. Do them. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. 1 round. A few minutes. That's it. And then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. Little by little, rep by rep, you will feel the difference. And one day soon, you'll look back and think, why did I wait so long to start? And the answer won't matter, because you did start. And that's what counts. If you're serious about staying strong, mobile, and pain-free after 50, these exercises are your foundation. But trust me, this is only the beginning. So stay with me, stay consistent, and let's keep getting stronger together.